Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm here back with another preview. This time it is for match week 12 in the National League, and my predictions for what I think is going to happen in this week's round of fixtures. It's starting to become a very interesting league, the National League. Unpredictable. Teams you would expect to do well, not doing so well, and teams that you would think wouldn't do so well are doing better than probably first thought. So I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it because my team are first. Before anyone says that, that's not why I'm liking it, although it does help. I think the main reason why I'm enjoying it is it's just natural. It's just this is a very, very competitive National League, and it's interesting to see where points get dropped. And we've got an interesting set of fixtures coming up. There's 3 games in a week, but I'll take you through the Saturday fixtures and then go with more videos coming up on this channel for Tuesday and next Saturday's games. But shall we crack on? Enough of me waffling. Let's crack on. The first game of the weekend, which happens on Saturday, October the 23rd, is Aldershot Town up against Bromley. Bromley, who are on fire. I mean, they really are on fire. Michael Cheek is doing what Michael Cheek does. They've got a lot of strong players and a much more together squad than what we had. And a former Grimsby striker in James Alabi, who comes off the bench quite regularly and is a real handful. There's a team there that could really surprise a few people. Like I said, they gave us our first defeat a couple of weeks ago, and they haven't looked back since, to be completely honest. So they're playing Aldershot Town, who are, they're struggling for form at the moment. I think Aldershot, I probably thought they'd be a little bit higher by now, but it also shows you how difficult this league truly is. For this game, I'm going to go for Bromley to keep their form going, because they are, like I said, they are on fire. And I'm going to go for Bromley to win. I'm going to say quite comfortably. I'm going to say Aldershot Town 0, Bromley 3. The second fixture is Barnet up against Wrexham. Barnet have improved in the league a little bit. Wrexham probably just feeling the pinch a little bit. I mean, they got through in the FA Cup in midweek after a replay against Marine, which they very, very nearly didn't get last Saturday. So, they'll be pleased to go through. I think they'll feel like Barnet is one of those games they can kind of rebound with, and try and get their league form up and running. They're a bit up and down at the minute, and like I said, Barnet are a bit more. They're just a little bit more difficult to beat. But I can't see Wrexham not beating Barnet. I'm going to go for Wrexham to win away from home. I'm going to say 2-0 for Wrexham away at Barnet. Next, we have a big game actually at the top of the National League. Bournemouth in second against Chesterfield. I believe they're in third or fourth. And this is a pick'em game. This is Tishamanga playing against his former side, and Bournemouth. I've said this in previous videos and previous previews, But Boreham Wood deserves a lot of credit for what they've been able to achieve in the National League so far this season. Chesterfield are doing good. The only thing I would slightly concern for Chesterfield is, could they start to become too reliant on Tishimanga, and that can always be a problem. But they're a good side. They've got good players at Chesterfield. I'm going to go for a draw on this. I'm going to go for Chesterfield 2, Boreham Wood 2. I think Tishimanga will score against his former club. It usually seems to happen. But Boreham Wood seem to have some steel about them, So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Boreham Wood have started really, really well and should not be underestimated by the Spyrites. Next game we have is Dagenham and Redbridge up against Southend United. Southend United obviously have recently relieved Phil Brown of his duties. They have not had a good start to the season. All the trouble they're having with ownership and sort of the protests on the pitch that's happening at Southend games. It really is a sad state of affairs to see what's happening with Southend. Hopefully that gets sorted sooner rather than later for them, because they are a good club, and you never want to see that happen to a fellow professional team. And they're going up against Dagenham and Redbridge. Now, Dagenham had an absolute flying start to the league campaign. They've sort of come down with a bit of a bang, losing the last 4 games. They, and that just tells you that obviously they are losing. They are losing Balanta. They are losing, but it's also proof of me when I say about reliance on certain players. Are Dagenham too reliant on Paul McCallum to get their goals? And like I said, sometimes if you're reliant on 1 or 2 players, that can come and bite you in the end. I do fancy Dagenham for this. I know that Southend, like I said, they got through in the cup quite comfortably in the end, but they need to sort their league form out, and Dagenham are probably going to find this as a game they can respond in. So I'm going to say for Dagenham to win by 3-1 against Southend. I do hope things pick up for Southend, especially off the pitch, because Southend are a good club. They're a good set of supporters. They don't deserve what's going on at their club at the moment. But 3-1 to Dagenham, I'm saying. Next game up, we have Eastleigh up against Altrincham. Altrincham, a team that I've got so much respect for after watching them a couple of weeks ago up against Grimsby. And they're going to another team I have a real soft spot for in Eastleigh. Eastleigh is starting to become a little more difficult to beat. It's starting to become hard to break down. Altrincham, they're a decent side. They're a decent side, and they're not in and around it at the minute for nothing. You can't fluke that after 11 games. It's 11 games, not for them, but in the amount of games that we've got, this is the 12th week. But in the games they have played, they deserve to be where they are. They played 9 games, and they deserve to be where they are. Altrincham are a decent side. Eastleigh is starting to get difficult to beat. I'm going to go for an away win. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away win for Altrincham. I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. Silver Lake Stadium is not the easiest place to go to. Although I must admit they have made real improvements with the pitch. Because I remember when we first came down in 2010 at Grimsby, and we were going to Eastleigh on several occasions. The pitch was awful, but they seem to have made some decent changes there. I'm sure it'll still be a bit, as the winter draws in, sure it'll still be a difficult pitch to play on. But I'm going to go for an Altrincham narrow win by 1-0. Next, it's my boys, Grimsby Town. They're up against a struggling Yeovil. I was listening into the DN35 podcast, and they had the Glover's podcast presenter in talking about the game coming up on Saturday. Obviously, we haven't done Grimsby haven't done the media yet. I believe that'll be done tomorrow with Radio Humberside and Paul Hurst. Yeovil are up and down, more down so at the minute than they are up. They know Scott Quigley in their ranks, who is their top scorer. But Grimsby have got a test. Do they put players in? Does Papega come back in? If you are a Grimsby fan, I will give a full rundown of this game in another video tomorrow. That will be. So later on today, when I record this, I will be doing a preview for this fully. I do expect us to get the win over Yeovil Town. I just think that our strength in sort of all areas, I think, will just have enough to get past Yeovil. It is not going to be easy though, but I'm going to go for Grimsby Town to win 2-0 at home to Yeovil Town. Notts County are next. They're up against Stockport County. Notts County obviously getting past Tamworth in a replay. Last time out, Stockport are starting to turn a little bit of a corner, in this. 9th against 10th. And, Meadow Lane, it's going to be rocking because apparently Stockport supposedly going to be taking around about 2,000 fans to Meadow Lane. That is some great support by them. Notts County, you just don't know with Notts at the moment, do you? I mean, I've always said this from the seasons when Notts County's been in the National League. They're absolutely fine going forward. For some reason, defensively, Notts County they look so naive defensively. I mean, they've got Kyle Cameron in at the back. He does a fine job, but I think he's better as a more like an attacking centre half at set pieces, kind of like our defender look wonderful at Grimsby, but I don't know with this one. I mean, Notts County are hopefully trying to build up the confidence in themselves. Stockport are starting to. Paddy Madden is starting to find the net a couple of times recently. This could be any scoreline. This. Do you know what? I'm going to go for Stockport to nick this. I'm going to say 3-2 to Stockport. And I say that because you just don't know what Notts County defence. If you knew the defence was strong and couldn't be vulnerable, then, or as vulnerable, I just feel like Stockport are going to score in this. And I'm saying 3-2 Stockport to win at Meadow Lane. I know a lot of Notts fans won't be happy with that. But at the minute, I don't know what Notts County is going to turn up for their games at the minute. So that's my prediction, 3-2 to Stockport County for that one. Next, two playoff rivals at the moment. Solihull Moors up against Halifax Town. Solihull, we are difficult to beat Moors. Against Halifax, we like to come back with 10 men. Town. This is a tight one. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here. I just think Solihull they're not the prettiest team to watch, but they're an effective team. And Halifax, they want to be expansive. You can tell by Pete Wild and how determined he is. I just can't separate these two teams. I think it's going to be Solihull Moors 1, Halifax Town 1. Next we have Torquay, who are in a little bit of disarray after their defeat in the FA Cup. I think that they're very disappointed. They really are going to want to turn the fortunes round after that defeat against Kings Lynn. It's probably the perfect game for them to play. Kings Lynn are a tricky team. I think Torquay need to start well against these. They need to lay a marker down against them. They don't want to let Kings Lynn get into the game too easily. I'm going to go for Torquay to win this by 2-1 for Torquay over Kings Lynn Town. Next, we have Weymouth, who have been struggling recently, which everyone thought they would do, against Wealdstone, who are kind of like up and down, but they are, they can't be taken lightly this game. I'm going to go for Wealdstone. This is just a quick prediction. I'll go for Wealdstone to win 3-1 against Weymouth. Weymouth just seem to be on a slight slide, and they need to try and abate that a bit, because they could be at risk of not being able to stop it. And Wealdstone are a decent side. I mean, I wouldn't say they're going to blow everything up, but they're definitely a dangerous side. So I will say, like I said, 3-1 to Wealdstone against Weymouth. And the evening kickoff and the BT Sport live game is Maidenhead United up against Woking. Woking came down with a bit of a bang last week in the FA Cup, losing to Horsham 1-0, and I think that really stung the Woking fans, the Woking supporters. Just shows you the power of the FA Cup, doesn't it, really? And Maidenhead, kind of, people say where they should be with the budget and type of players that they have got. Obviously Sam Barrett could be a little bit of a difference for them. I think he's definitely their main goal threat at Maidenhead. Woking doing the best. I do fancy Woking to get the win here, 2-0 over Maidenhead United this week. I think they're going to want to bounce back after that real disappointment of the Horsham defeat in the FA Cup. We'll see how they get on, as we will with everybody else in the National League this coming weekend. Do let me know down below what you think the scores and your predictions are going to be. And I look forward to having a bit of chat with you down in the comments below. Let me know what you truly think. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Like I said, if you're a Grimsby fan, look out for the full preview coming up. It will be up later today as we speak. It will be up later today. Once we know of sort of injuries and so on and so forth. Once Paul Hurst has delivered his media. So any Grimsby fans, look out for that. Or any other fans, if you want to see what I think about my team and how I think we're going to do. But also let me know if your team is playing. If any of your teams are playing this weekend. What do you think the score is going to be? Let me know down below. And smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button. That way you know when I'm uploading a new video. And I will see you guys very, very soon. See you soon. Bye for now.